escape in Kissimmee. It is still Kissimmee. It's not Orlando. It's Kissimmee.
Same difference.
Yeah. We made our way to Doldrick's escape room.
Very highly recommended place.
By multiple escape room owners and players and whatnot. So we had to check this place out. Actually, we had seen this place last year. We just never made it out there. And the first game we played has got to be one of the best names for an escape room I've ever heard, read. Even the cartoon is awesome. Yes, we have the cheat sheet here, but the name of the room is
Captain Spoopy Bones in the magnificent quest for some other pirate's treasure.
Say that 5 times fast.
Awesome. And Captain Spoopy Bones is one freaking hell of a mascot.
Yes. That it is. They also have they have 3 other rooms, I'm sorry. They have 3 other rooms, which is, there it is. We did a second room, which we'll tell you about that in a minute. Here we go. Raise the anchor and set sail with Captain Spoopy in this lighthearted tale of nautical nonsense. Navigate the treacherous waters aboard the captain's massive ship. This ship is massive. And race against time in this grand adventure on the high seas. With teamwork, determination, and a little bit of luck, the players will uncover the secrets of Captain Spoopy Bones and the magnificent quest for some other pirate's treasure. We did this room with your son and his girlfriend, Kirsten. First time we've ever played a game with Kirsten.
She was great.
Right. We met her a few days beforehand at your birthday party, and she had done a couple. Her and Philip have done a couple of rooms, and I think she did a couple of rooms before they met and whatnot.
With your Disney crew.
Yeah, with their Disney crew. And one thing that she actually was upfront about from the beginning, and this is even before we even did a room, is that she's very competitive.
Yeah.
Which could be a good thing, could be a bad thing. In our case, it was a good thing.
Very good thing.
This room is a 75-minute room. We beat it with 16 minutes left over. So it is doable within an hour, just to let people know. But they give you 75 minutes in this room. Cool trailer at the beginning that you overthought a little bit.
I was so into the trailer, the opening video, I thought it had more to do.
You thought it had clues in it, and they even say the trailer does not have clues in it. It's just, when it's capital letters, it means that they're like yelling or they mean, do not touch this, do not, their clue delivery system, although we did not use it, was awesome.
Pretty freaking cool.
Was awesome. It's the first one that we've seen of its kind. We've seen it a second time in another room, and that'll be in our Rhode Island review. Very one of a kind, now 2 of a kind deal. Immersion.
Out of this world.
Out of this world. And I said it in the earlier parts. I says my top 5 is going to change probably by the end of all the reviews for Florida. For Florida, this room is definitely top 3.
100%.
Possibly number 2. I mean, it's right there. Honestly, probably even could even beat out Servants of Slight. Not by much. I mean, we said with Servants of Slight, it was like the perfect game. Like, everything made sense. Everything ran smooth. This game was the exact same.
Yeah.
Everything was there. Everything was appropriate. Puzzles that you had to use or solve to get codes made sense. Again, immersion out the wazoo.
You know, you play certain games that the game is good, the puzzles are good, everything's rolling smooth, and then you hit that one puzzle that's thrown in there because they needed one extra puzzle in the room. That's not the case here.
Not at all.
Everything, there was just the right amount of puzzles. There weren't too many, there weren't too little, and everything was integrated perfectly into this room.
Right. You start out in the brig. You got to bust out of the brig. You go through the captain's quarters. You go through the galley. You make your way to the deck. Ah, man, everything about this, I can't stress enough how great the immersion of this room was.
And each of those rooms was done right. Each of those rooms was decorated right. Each one of those
It was
rooms
all time period
felt right. Everything was great. I loved the brig part. Being in that brig, it was just.
If there was anything that stood out that might have not have been time period, would have been the puzzle we had to do in the brig. You know which one I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Only because of colors. I'll go that far. Other than that, everything was pretty much time period.
Now, talking with the owner.
Yeah.
And bringing up to him what I bring up to everyone about colorblind and other people that are colorblind. He said if we had mentioned it beforehand, they have a workaround where they will actually go in and label the colors.
Oh yeah.
In the room on the games that are color heavy.
They'll say that this is red, this is green, this is blue, right?
Which other places might do that. He's the first one that's ever come up to me and said, "Oh yeah, I will come out and do this. It's a workaround that we have."
Right. There was only one other place that actually did the workaround, and that was Escape New Haven with the crypt.
Yes.
It actually told you this is the green lipstick, this, that, the other.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So the workaround is there, but which worked in our favor anyway. But yeah, this one he said, yes, if you told me ahead of time, I would have put the workaround in.
Yeah.
But we didn't need it, which is great.
It's a great example of they built a great room and they took constructive criticism and didn't get all upset about it. They said, "Oh, well, we could fix this," and they created a workaround.
Right.
You know, where other places have the theory of this is our puzzle.
Yes.
Deal with it.
You're right.
You know.
Right. Colorblind people don't come into mind when we're doing this, and we understand that.
Right.
We understand that. Not for nothing. Puzzles, color has to do with a lot of things.
Yeah.
And it does. And you can't just eliminate colors because of a colorblind person.
Right.
Okay. We've learned to work around it, work together with it when it's just us two. When there's more people, you personally don't have to rely on color as much. And in all reality, I think you're actually starting to see more colors now doing these escape rooms and recognizing what color is what
Possibly.
now than you did at the beginning. So
Possibly.
But aside from that,
But no, I wanted to put that little shout out in there that you know they got that.
I mean, like I said, if there was one thing that stuck out in the room, it was that one puzzle. But it was cool the way they did it, so it works.
I didn't have a problem with that puzzle. I think it was fine.
No,
I think
I'm just saying something that sticks out. That's all. I think this room was perfectly done. I do believe that this is their flagship room.
Yeah.
In my opinion, it's their flagship room. Every detail was covered for a pirate ship.
Yeah.
Every detail. The ceiling, you're outside, nighttime, the ceiling was black, okay? Unlike some rooms that changed it after we mentioned it. You had cannons in there. You had food in there for the galley. You had, there was a window in the captain's that made it look like you saw the ocean out there. I really hope I'm not spoiling it. I hope I'm really just telling you, making you guys want to go do this room, because it was done so well that if I keep talking, I'm just gonna destroy the whole room.
The only thing that criticism I had for it, and it goes back to these owners when they do the rooms, everything has to work right all the time. Repairs have to be kept up with. In the second part. There was one big prop that
Yes.
when I went to open it got jammed, and I thought I broke it. He came right in, and I was very apologetic. He's like, "Oh no, it's been doing this. You know, we know it's been doing this." You know, it's great that you're, as the game master, you're so on top of it that you're right in there. But
if you're that on top of it, it should have been fixed.
if it's something that is used over and over again, I understand that things need to be repaired. It should be in working order,
Right.
you know, because it does break that immersion to have the game master run in.
It does. It
But-
does.
I mean, he's a great guy though, and
Yeah.
he was very apologetic about it, and I was apologetic because I thought I broke the thing,
Right.
you know. But it is what it is.
It is what it is. And once we got to that deck, oh my God, it was just.
This is a great game. I mean, I talk a lot about simple games, and you don't need a lot of high tech, and you don't need a lot of things. This is a perfect game that shows how to use tech the right way.
Yes.
It is integrated
Yes.
perfectly. And the wow factor, the way it works, is amazing. And it's just such a cool thing. I like it. It's right up there. You can't talk enough about it.
And the more you talk about it, the more you're going to spoil it.
Yeah.
And I think I spoiled a little bit of it, but it's just because I'm excited, and this was one of the best rooms we've done. Honestly, it's one of the best rooms we've ever done. Production value, game flow was phenomenal.
Yep.
We got hung up on a couple things. We got nudged here and there, but it was just done so well. And then the ending when you found some other pirate's treasure was cool. Like everything, like you said, was just done so well.
Well, another thing that was nice about this game is they forced you in a very fun way to have to work together and have to use teamwork.
Yes.
And it wasn't in a way that was burdensome, it wasn't bothersome, it wasn't annoying, but they forced you to work as a team.
Right.
Right.
Right from the get-go.
And at a couple spots. And it worked out seamlessly. And it worked out in a very, very fun way.
Right.
And, you know, it's just...
Their puzzles were very well done.
Yeah.
Like I said, we got a couple nudges here and there, and we beat the room with 16 minutes left.
And again, the delivery system was out of this world, and I really, looking back, wish we asked for clues just to interact with the delivery system.
Right, and I agree with you. I thought it was great. I can't talk so much. We can say so much about this room. Highly, highly recommend it. This is right up there with Servants of Slight. Like they're neck and neck, and the owners of both of them both recommend each other.
Yeah.
And like, it's awesome, the close knit community, like the close knit owners have, the community that they have together, like
Yeah.
we started out with one room, one place in mind, well, two places in mind, but we started out one place. From that place, it just spiraled recommendation to recommendation to recommendation to recommendation. And we said at the beginning, part one of this whole review is that we had gotten one recommendation from everybody when we were in Rhode Island, that's the room to do. And it was a huge letdown for us.
Yeah.
And so we were a little weary, but then it got progressively better and better and better and better and better.
Yeah.
All the way up to the last room that we did, which is, we'll review that next. Same, it's at Doldrick's, but everybody was so great from the time we walked in to the time we left. Phenomenal.
And the owner, again, I'm terrible with names.
I believe his name was Mike.
That's what I want to say it is too. And if it's not, I apologize. I talked to
He's
him.
Mike. The first part of the last name is his of the Doldrick name is his last name, and his partner's name is Rick. So I think it's Mike Dold or something like that. And
He was such a great guy.
Their game master
We went
was
there-
great too.
We went there 2 separate days. The second day that we walked in, there was a girl behind the counter that we didn't interact with the first time.
Good.
And within a
Another
minute
employee.
of talking to her, he heard me. He came right out.
Yes, we got a
And
room ready. What do you want to do?
It was like seeing a long lost friend.
Yep.
He greeted us like we've been friends for years, and we talked to him for a while both nights.
Before and after.
Yeah, great guy.
This is a place that their lobby, a big lobby, made sense for them.
Yep.
You walked in, and there was a lobby. Actually, where the props were a hidden drawer, right in the
Yep.
the front desk. If you went to the left, they had a pool table. You could go shoot pool if you want,
Yep.
free. They had other like Jenga games, I believe, or something like that. In there, so it's a place where you could really hang out
Yep.
all day long. It was great. I mean, I shot. There was just balls on the table, waiting for everybody to get ready. I shot a few balls and whatnot. It was great. You had something to do, and it would have been the perfect spot for Gary to go with us.
Yeah.
because he loves shooting pool and he hates sitting around while you talk.
Yeah.
he hates it. He thinks it's he wants to get on to the next adventure. So he would have been there shooting pool while we were bullshitting with the guy.
Yeah.
And it would have been great. Everybody would have been happy.
Wonderful place. Very well designed. From the moment you walk in the door, through the lobby, through the games, everything very well designed. And
He even showed us all the
electronics.
outside of the pirate room.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at it, it's this big server case. And I'm like, wow, it took that much to do that room.
Yeah. And you know what? He's proud of it, which he should be.
Not cocky about it, not
Cocky
conceited
about it. And you know what? You put that much work and effort and love into something. Yeah, show it off.
Yeah, exactly.
And the way he did it, that was a first for me to really see it displayed like that.
Yeah.
And it was cool to see for people like us that are enthusiasts, that we're always looking to get that little behind the scenes,
Yeah, we're always
little nugget of information.
I love the way things are delivered.
It was great to see it like that. And his theory was great. His theory was, we got to have it back here anyways.
Yeah.
Might as well look at it.
Might as well show it.
It's not giving anything away.
No, right. Again, highly recommend it. It's right there. It's neck and neck with Servants of Slight. I don't know which one I would choose better. Because like we said with Servants of Slight, it was almost the perfect game. This game is almost the perfect game. And we can't stress it enough.
Yeah, I agree 100%.
You guys got to go check out Doldrick. I mean, their info is always right at the bottom here. So we liked it so much that, as you heard at the beginning, Phil apologizing for not getting back to Dare to Escape, that we had to hit him up one more time before we left Florida.
And I apologize to Philip because when we went back on our own and needed one more game to do to make ourselves happy, we did this one without him because we knew that he wanted to do it.
And his girlfriend also wanted
and
to
she
do
wanted
it
to do it, so we thought it would be a good opportunity.
for us to just go.
And I didn't tell you about it, but Philip called me the other day, and right after we walked out of this next room, and he loved it, and he couldn't stop talking about it. So, on to
Super Bomb Squad. Commandos awesome.
Yeah.
Super Bomb Squad. Commandos awesome. As a part of an elite group of commandos, the Super Bomb Squad Commandos awesome are on a mission to find and deactivate a newly developed weapon of mass destruction, capable of obliterating the entire planet. We were just watching an escape room review of that. Most escape rooms are you die, the world's gonna blow up, the world's gonna end, whatever. So here we go. That can do that. Only the Super Bomb Squad Commandos awesome have what it takes to break into the evil corporation and deactivate the explosive.
Yes.
One thing I do got to say about this is that when you first read Captain Spoopy you really thought it was it was just for kids to do the room.
And it's not.
And you read this, Super Bomb Squad Commando's awesome, you would almost think the same thing.
Yes.
But you know what? And it's not. What he did is he dipped into his childhood to come up with these names.
Yeah.
I enjoyed this room. This room was a little frustrating. There were some things that I believe could be done better.
Especially in the beginning.
In the beginning, right. It's one of the... Yeah, I don't want to give a freaking spoiler here, but... Screw it. It's one of the best elevators I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would agree with that.
One of them. One of the best. But like I said, the puzzles at the beginning, one puzzle in particular was very, very frustrating. And...
could be done differently.
Should have been explained how to do it differently. And because we were doing it one way and it doesn't have to be done that way. I'll leave it at that. We got in. There was one puzzle in there that was a little confusing, and then there was one that was just, I believe, was more of a time waster because of what you had to do in order to do it. It just wasted so much time to get it done. And then when we talked to him later, there was actually originally a lot more to do with that puzzle than what they finally came up with. And what they finally came up with now is really, it's not a time waster compared to what it would have been. But I still feel it wasted time.
Well, I think if it was designed differently,
right.
There's a different way.
It's not the way it's used in the game. It's the prop itself.
Yeah.
And sometimes you have that, like when you have some electronic safes in the room, some have a 30-second lockout, some have a minute lockout, 3, 5. We've had one that had a 15-minute lockout.
Yeah.
Okay? It's just, that's the way it was built. And, it is what it is. After that, I thought the game was fun as hell.
Yeah.
Again, this had colors in this, and you flew right through it. Especially the one color puzzle. You flew right through that.
Because they were big and bold.
Right.
And far enough away from each other on the color wheel that...
You were able to determine which color was which and
yeah.
what we had to do.
And
right.
I loved it because it was a color puzzle that...
And it was quick.
I was like, boom, boom, boom.
And it was quick.
I understood the puzzle.
Yep.
And it's a puzzle that if you don't understand it, you're going to drive yourself crazy trying to figure it out. I got it pretty quick. And I loved, and it wasn't anything, it was something you kind of have to just either know how to do it or not.
Right.
And I thought it was a lot of fun.
I've got to say, one thing I loved about also the lobby of this, just going back to the lobby of Doldrick, is that they have movie trailers of all the rooms on TV screens in there. So they're really not spoilers if I tell you about this, because it's already in the movie trailer. I was looking, they have a YouTube page, but they don't have those videos up. It's not really a spoiler, but with the Awesome Bomb Squad, you actually had to go through a laser setup, and that's in their trailer.
And I will tell you,
that
this was my favorite laser
of the two that we've done.
Of the ones that we've done. It wasn't super intricate, but it was...
Any size person can make it through.
It was... I was making it through.
Yes.
And I was having a good time doing it because I could fit through it.
Right.
But it wasn't so easy that you could just walk right through.
Right.
And it was done in a way that was just cool. It was... And it was also... It was a dual purpose...
Exactly.
Thing, which was a first for
once
we
figured it out, that was really, it was done very well.
The concept of the game is, if you were kind of to step into a live 80s video game.
Yes.
The
trailer was
style
all
video
style,
games.
Right.
And for
actually,
people,
it was even earlier than Nintendo's video games.
For people my generation, your generation, it did feel like that.
Yes.
It felt like you were in these games, but not in a childish way.
Right. Right.
I liked it.
I thought it was done very well. I enjoyed it very much. I actually want to go back. They have Red Sled Redemption, which was their Christmas one. I think that's a 45-minute one, half-hour one. 45 minutes. And then they have Spoopy's Ghoulish Graveyard Game Show. Now, that one kind of intrigues me a little bit. Escape New Haven had a game show, and I wasn't too excited about going to do that one.
Right.
But this one has, after seeing Captain Spoopy's Pirate, this one has me intrigued to do.
I would do it just because of Captain Spoopy.
That's what I'm right.
Yeah.
But if it's, and this is 45 minutes, and if this is anything at all like the ship, then this game is going to be very good. You work your way through Ghoulish Graveyard. Do you have what it takes? And try graveyard games and stuff. But Doldrick's Escape Room, right here, Kissimmee, Florida. Can't say enough about them. Make sure you check them out. If you're down in Florida, check them out.
Tell Mike we said hi.
Yeah. You can even tell them that the DIU Escape Room Reviews showed, you watch their video and you want to go down. Or the DIU Escape Crew. That's the name we normally use when we're playing the games.
That's our team name.
That's our team name. Again, we do not tell anybody that we are reviewers at all until we are sure we're pretty much done going there.
Although people are starting to know who we are.
People are starting to realize who we are.
And with that being said, I would like to welcome our newest member, Kirsten, into the crew.
Into the crew.
It was great to have her there. She was a wonderful addition to the crew.
She was.
And our crew keeps getting bigger. And we like that.
You never know what combination of the DIU Escape Crew is going to show up at your place.
And I apologize to Philip because he did call me about this last game, and he didn't think that we had played it because I didn't tell him we did because I didn't want to spoil it for him.
He must have not checked my Instagram because the picture was up there.
My son called me as soon as he got done. I think he called from the parking lot.
And he loved it.
And he loved it. And everything that he loved about it, I loved about it. And I didn't have the heart to tell him that I played it already.
Yeah.
So you're gonna find out right now, Philip. Sorry that but I didn't want to spoil your night. And but no, so that's another stunning review.
Right. He loved it.
From the Escape Crew.
Yep. And they were also gonna go back to Dare to Escape and do the Office one. I don't know if they made it there yet.
Yes.
But we want to do that one ourselves.
We really want to do that.
And I don't see them waiting for the next time we go down.
Oh no, they're gonna do it.
Yeah.
I that's the only thing I wish that we did was fit that game in.
I do too.
But it is what it is.
It is. And then we had to leave the next morning, shoot straight back up to Tampa area. And
if we had more time,
right. If
we had one more day would have made a difference.
Yeah, we would have done it. But we'd like to thank everybody, all the way from Rock Ave to everybody we reviewed, for being such gracious hosts.
We met great people. Played great games.
Every game we've only had, out of 11 games that we played, including the mini golf, we've only had one bad experience. You can't go wrong with that.
No.
Great
places, great. The people made the trip. I mean, it was just great.
Right.
It was great that people were so gracious that they were supporting each other.
Yes.
Especially in an industry like that, all these mom and pop places, all these owner operated ones, everyone supporting everybody. Great information we got. Talking about stuff from all over the world.
Yes.
And
people actually asking us for our recommendations.
Yeah,
for
people
Connecticut rooms.
really wanting to know our input on places to go and really taking interest in it. And we thank you. We appreciate it. It means so much to us. If anyone's, wants us to, you're going to be up this way, or next time we're down that way, hit us up. We'd be more than happy to meet up with you and, do a room or whatever you want to do.
Yeah. You have, if you don't have his email, you can always hit us up at
DIU Escape Room Review, singular, at gmail.com.
Right. You'll see it down there. Make sure you check us out on Facebook. We are on Twitter. We don't really use Twitter that often. We are there if you want to follow us on that. It is DIU Escape Room Reviews on both of them. We have a website I have to update yet, but DIUERR.webs.com. You'll see it down there. Check us out. We just got brand new cards printed up. It has all our information.
Does have
has the website on it now.
Yeah.
Because I originally printed these cards and the next day or 2 days later I made the website. So now it has the website. So we'll be getting these out to places that we go. Be on the lookout for our next set of reviews, which will be a Rhode Island road trip. We did 9 rooms in 2 days.
Spur of the moment.
Spur of the moment. And it'll be the next set that comes up after you see these. That I think we're going into now. This is going to be episode 1 of season 4, or episode 1 part 3 of season 4 now of the DIU Escape Room Reviews. We'd like to thank you for watching.
Again, if there's any place that you think we should go,
Yes.
anything you think we should do, let us know. We're happy to take a trip. We're happy for recommendations.
To be honest with you, we have 2 places, full places left in Connecticut, 3 full places in Connecticut left to do. 3? Or is it 2? 3. Mystified, Adventure Escapes, and the casino. We have yet to even visit any of those places. And then we have a couple rooms here or there to do. So we really have almost nothing to do here in Connecticut. We're sitting here like this waiting for the next room to pop up. And then we're hitting them as soon as they come up. So road trips, we're willing to drive damn near anywhere. We've done them in Florida, which is this whole review, North Carolina, South Carolina, Rhode Island, Massachusetts, Connecticut. We're going to venture out to New York soon. We're going to venture out down to New Jersey. We're going to venture out to Pennsylvania. We may even just take a quick ride up, maybe hit a couple over the border in Vermont, New Hampshire. They're not too far rides right now. We're gonna start taking more of a New England-ish
expanding our circle.
So, because again, Connecticut, there's so many in Connecticut though. So, and we went through them in a year and a half. Actually, it's almost 2 years to the day. We went to Florida 2 years ago tomorrow.
Yeah.
Is when we left. We did our first room 3 days later, or 4 days later, something like that. So
Not
it's
so
almost
bad.
2 years to the day. We have 147 rooms in 6 states. I'm happy with that, and we've made quite a few contacts and quite a few
Some nice
acquaintances
friends
along the way.
Yep.
So again, check us out on Facebook. Check us out on Twitter. Email us for you have questions. Email us. You got rooms you want us to test out? Email us. DIU Escape Room Reviews review@gmail.com. And again, thank you for watching. I'm Dom.
I'm Phil.
That is Phil. We'll see you when we see you.
Peace out.